Alright everyone, what's going on? Sitting here outside of Armbrust. Was really frustrated this morning. Just trying to think about what I wanted to do in the gym today. But we got here, hit the bike well, and first thing I'm gonna do is something I was doing near the end of my workouts to see where my right knee is. And so, started here, I'll put it in the screen now. Single leg, stiff leg deadlifts unweighted. Now we're using some weight here. And everything feels peachy. Everything feels good. When my one-legged squat comes up on the right leg, when that one-legged squat comes up, I feel that knee pain. But that was something that we were able to work through and minimize and almost eliminate, my therapist and I, when we were keeping things a priority as far as healing goes. So I'm gonna continue to stretch out back of my knee with the deadlifts and the one-legged squats. And then we'll see what we do after. But I'll pop in with the voiceover and let you guys know. Hopefully squatting, but let's keep with this. This is hard. All right, everybody. What is going on? This is gonna be a 2 workout video, but this leg workout's gonna be in and out really quick. So bear with me, and then we'll get into the progressing upper body session soon. But yeah, there was nothing exciting about this day. It was extremely busy, so I did what I set out to do and then just kind of left. It's getting pretty crazy. I asked the guy on the safety squat how many sets he had. He had 5 left. I'm still here. But 5 pounds is good with the stiff leg, 10 pounds then 15. I think I'm gonna do 20 pounds and maybe a set of 25. So at least 5 working sets. Set the camera up again and let's hit the 20-pound stiff legs. These are getting better. Really been neglecting these. But yeah, guys, so today was really just mostly one-legged stuff. I never really got into squatting. I did leg extensions and leg curls, but again, after traveling, literally sprinting to the airport with bags on my back, all this type of crazy stuff, my knee hasn't had an opportunity to recover, so back at it, had to just scrap that one and move on. All right, everyone, what's going on? So sorry about the short leg training footage. I'm gonna start the video now. Sitting here to do some Q&As, which I may put at the end of the video, but it may be too long. But stay tuned because it'll be in the next upcoming footage. I'm just getting here to the comments. And yeah, before I went and did that bench session, I had a nice little intro here where I was talking to the camera, and apparently I wasn't recording. So I'm a little out of my mojo with traveling and just going through things, but I've been back for a while now, so it's time to do some questions. Enjoy the upper body video, and I'll see you guys soon. I'm gonna keep doing this. Peace. All right, everyone, so thank you for joining me for this part of the video. We finally have some good pull news to update on, and I'm really excited. So I have the workout written down here, and I'm gonna spend some time talking about this workout, what I'm gonna be doing now that I'm getting healthier, and just kind of catch up with you guys on the lifting, on the voiceovers, and then get back to the Q&As and getting back to where we were. But I woke up today and I was 209 pounds. I'm properly sore in all the right areas, so I'm feeling really good. I started with lat pull downs here, and I will let you guys see what we do next. All right, guys, so here's the setup. We just got 2 sets of lat pull downs working. So now we're gonna do our first pull-ups pretty much of the year. So I'm gonna do them assisted just in case. Pretty assisting, so let's do it. Pull-ups. Let's get going on this full pull workout. I got to warm up with lat pull down, and I ended up going to 135 pounds on the lat pull down for 12 reps. I think those lat pull downs go to like 250 or 300. So I'm not even getting close to half the stack. So that's just a little bit of point of reference for you guys that are coming up, and maybe if your body weight's around 200 pounds and you can't do pull-ups, or they're too fatiguing, or you just can't get the form right. Now you can see what I'm lat pull downing. It's really easy, but it's a different exercise than the chin-up in my opinion. It's just the way you initiate and finish the pull. You can really finish a chin-up with your biceps and with almost like your upper back. And the lat pull down, while you can do that, it just doesn't feel as natural to me. And when the weight's so light, I can really squeeze mentally, and then I get distracted as to basically only squeezing and then kind of losing the feeling of the weight itself. So that's why I do like chin-ups. So again, I just started with the band. That's just to make sure that I give myself the best chance to not get hurt again. So it was very easy at the bottom, which is great, because that's where I feel like I could injure my my whatever it was, my rotator cuff, and biceps too. Biceps are fine, but yeah, at the bottom is where you might get hurt on the chin. So to be helped at the bottom, and then you can kind of initiate the pull slowly and then finish without a lot of resistance, it's really great. So even if you can do pull-ups and even some weighted, you never know what it's gonna feel like when you put a band on and you let your body have a different line of pull or a different strength curve. So changing that strength curve to where I can simultaneously relax my body and not feel the weight increasing, it's actually getting lighter, it's a very good feeling. So if you guys are recovering your back, your biceps tendons, shoulder injuries, and you can't do a chin-up, or you're just getting into your training, use that band around your foot, go barefoot so it doesn't slip off the shoe and kill you or break your nose. And yeah, go barefoot and try that, and you'll find that the accommodating resistance as you get to that riskier portion, if you're healing an injury, is gonna serve you. So although this was a pull day, guys, I knew I would have to take the next day off. If you're gonna go in and make up training sessions or make up some missed rest days, or you rested instead of trained and you want to get some good volume in, you don't want to kill yourself and then have to take in additional rest days, but there's very little chance that you're going to come back, have a challenging upper body workout, and then do one the next day. So I knew after this pull session I was going to take a day off, let my shoulder recover fully, and then hit a push day the next day. So I'm still rebuilding this shoulder press. And on the push day, I do those one-arm shoulder presses, which are extremely challenging on the supraspinatus and the infraspinatus part of the rotator. That it was good to just get in here on not a push day and have a fresh shoulder to do these with. So worked up to 95 pounds. I did a set of 12 here, which was actually, when making it as challenging as possible, was really hard. So I'm not like dropping the bar to my chest, I'm literally lowering it and like stopping it in my Adam's apple, and then from there kind of pressing, and I'm not trying to accelerate through, I'm just trying to start the motion with, you know, my stronger parts, my chest, and then finish with my triceps. And it's feeling really good. My physical therapist gave me band exercises where I had to kind of be in this position, so it kind of taught me to not get too excited and accelerate through, but to kind of control. So I did have some of my clients do that and they felt the same thing, so pretty solid. Alright, definitely happy with the OHP. Nothing too heavy, but really taking my time and working the muscles, working the shoulder, trying not to accelerate through the harder parts of the movement and just kind of work through them. So we're gonna do the same with deadlifts. We'll start with 135 and just do the movement. Not really gonna train much here. Maybe we'll do some rows after. So I did say I was going to start with deadlifts, which you guys obviously just heard, but I thought about it quickly and realized that I'm not going to deadlift anything very challenging, so it would be better to barbell row, something that will be challenging, and then be almost in a pre-exhausted state, so when I deadlift I can actually get more out of it. The deadlift today was to practice the motor unit control and to practice the form and the execution. So I didn't want to go even lighter than I wanted to, or even, let's say, I didn't want to have it feel even lighter, so go fresh, deadlift 225 and be like, wow. So I did my full workout and then finished with deadlifts is what I was trying to say. That's something I don't recommend. If you want to progress on your deadlift, don't do a pull day and then be like, hey, let me do my deadlifts now, I feel warmed up. That's not the best way to go about it. But like I said, if you're injured on a compound, when you can bring it back in the beginning of the workout to kind of assess, well, you have two options. You can bring in the compound at the beginning of the workout very light. Some of the cons here will be that you're not warmed up. And while some people may promote warm-ups being kind of irrelevant as far as safety and when you're not really pushing a heavy weight, when you're injured, it's a totally different story. So forget about everything you know with warm-ups and all that type of stuff. If you feel like you can do the compound that may or may not have injured you, or something that's in that injured range of motion or movement pattern, if you can introduce it early, that's fine. but if it's too light to get any sort of feel, it's perfectly fine to do it at the end too. So it's really up in the air how you guys want to do it. For me, I did my deads close to the end of the workout, and you're gonna see them here, 185 pounds. It took me forever in between the reps to kind of get settled and like get my form back. And my first set of 205 felt like crap, but this one felt really good. So I was really happy with this form, and yeah, there's really not much else to say. Simple deadlifts, get back into them. All right guys, we're all done with the deadlifts. That was the best set of deadlifts I've had all year for sure. Just the way it felt on my whole body was excellent. So that's a full pull day with some OHP and some, of course, hitting legs there. Now we're gonna just brush up on arms before we head out. Arms and calves. Damn it, I said it. No, I think we did enough today. We'll save calves for next time, just arms. So yeah, guys, I guess I just want to finish this video by reiterating when to introduce your compound movements and kind of give you guys some, or let your minds rest assured. If you really love a compound like a squat or a deadlift and you used to start your workout with it and you had great success, but you got injured by accident, don't feel like you have to get healthy enough to start with that compound so that you can work out. You can start working out without that compound. You can use your muscles, you can practice other movement patterns and then reintroduce that compound. So let's say if the bench press hurt you, you don't have to avoid chest for 6 weeks so that you can begin to bench. Practice something. Practice the floor press, maybe do barbell floor press off the ground, maybe find a machine that has a limited range of motion that allows you to pump blood. And then you can, when you feel like you're actually gaining some volume or at least stimulation back, you can go ahead and introduce that compound at the end, and you could progress on those new things that you were able to do when you got hurt. So when you get hurt, find new things that allow you to train the movement pattern and get better at those. And then you can always go back to the compounds. So don't feel like you are committed and a slave to the compound. We all love them, but quit them and try something new. For me, it was floor presses and some of those parallel barbell rows. It's really feeling a lot better. So I hope that guys can take something from that piece.